Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about NIO stock. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today we're going to be talking about NIO stock. Is NIO stock worth a buy at $41.97? And why NIO stock is actually up over 20% today. So let's really dive in and let's take a look at NIO stock. So as you guys can tell, NIO as a company has been doing very well for itself. I mean, the company has definitely made a name for itself as one of the top EV companies and one of the top EV companies of China as well. So NIO coming out strong, coming out big, but we can definitely see over the last month, it's down 26.35% of its value. And a lot of people are kind of wondering why. Why did NIO stock fall so much in the last month? Does the company announce any bad news? That's the thing. The company has been doing nothing but announcing absolutely great news. Even taking a look at the 1 week chart, it's still down 5.80%. But, a lot of people have been wondering, why is NIO stock up 19.17% today? Is NIO stock worth a buy? $41.93. So let's dive in. Let's take a look about what's been going on with NIO. So NIO actually has had some good news recently. Obviously, they did announce that, okay, they're going to start selling cars in Europe at the second half of this year, which is a very good sign. And the reason that's a good sign is because NIO is still keeping its trajectory of growth. It's still trying to expand as fast as possible. So NIO, in this direct sense, is still headed in the right direction, which is just absolutely amazing. Earlier in January, we definitely got an insight of where NIO is actually going to be headed as far as a company. They plan on doing the battery swap stations, brand new sedans, and brand new vehicles, and all that is cool. But a lot of people were not really impressed with the overall numbers. We did get a look at NIO's earnings, and their earnings were okay. Obviously, they didn't beat their expected EPS, but their earnings weren't bad either. Like, the company's getting pretty close to profitability. As the EV market continues to expand, as the EV market continues to grow, I'm sure that NIO stock in itself is going to be profitable. I'm not really concerned about that because the EV market in itself is still growing very quickly. And the EV market is still going to be growing quickly for a very long time. I do not want people to get discouraged, but these EV stocks that you guys are buying now, imagine what their value is going to be over the next 5 to 10 years. Yes, there's going to be some winners. Yes, there's going to be some losers of the EV market, but I'm almost convinced that NIO is definitely going to be a top pick, especially when it comes to the EV market in itself, because NIO has made a name for itself, and NIO is already calling itself the Tesla of China. A lot of people are calling it the Tesla of China, saying that NIO is going to follow the footsteps of Tesla. Although some people do argue that, for me, I think NIO is an absolute must-buy. Obviously, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion, but really diving in and looking how NIO has been doing as a company, the company's been doing very, very well. I mean, their sales are increasing. It's expanding whole new vehicle line, really trying to be innovative, really trying to get the best out of their technology. So NIO is doing it the right way. Even taking a look at the 1 year chart, I mean, the stock is still up over 1,200%. So I don't want people to be discouraged if NIO does have a little bit of a pullback, but that's actually why I do think NIO was a very good buy. It's definitely headed in the right direction as far as its growth. It's definitely making a name for itself, keeping its brand clean and trying to become a top brand. But that's not why NIO stock is actually up 19.20% today. So let's dive in and talk about, why is NIO stock doing very well today? Well, it's because of the China car sales data. Now, why is this very important? Because it showed that, in the month of February, the car sales were up 7-fold. That's absolutely amazing, right? So if you guys take a look at it from a bigger perspective, it means that, electric vehicle car sales in February rose more than 7-fold from a year ago, while falling 38% from January to 97,000 EV cars. So if you guys take a look at those statistics, that's absolutely incredible. Like, the fact that the EV market is growing so much, and the fact that, the EV market is still super rampant, and that the EV car sales are still going up, goes to show that right now is still a very good time to buy these EV companies. It's not like the growth has stagnated, right? It's not like your general car makers where they have to work very hard to hit these specific price targets or sales targets. Like, the EV market is still really, really new. So what this actually led to is, not only is that very good for the month of February, the fact that the sales were so good, but that's also going to lead a higher trajectory going into March as well. The fact that the car sales are increasing so much is only going to boost revenue for companies like NIO, Tesla, XPeng, and Li Auto. You can't deny it. Now is a very good time to start picking up EV companies. And, as technology starts to get better, as people start to progress more and more when it comes to the EV market in itself, these stocks are still continuing to grow. And right now we had a huge pullback on these stocks. It's a very good time to start picking them up. NIO once traded at $65, $66. It's still currently sitting at $42. It's still an absolute steal. You know, the company is still doing very great things. A lot of analysts do think that, you know, NIO is not the best pick as far as, you know, a top EV company in itself. A lot of people think that Tesla and Volkswagen are going to be the two top industries that actually rule the overall electric car industry. But for me, the way that NIO is headed, you know, the fact that it's already expanding to Europe, the fact that it's rumored to start expanding into the United States, like NIO is trying to make a mark on its world, and NIO stock still has a long time to go to do this. But for me, I picked up NIO with the mindset that this stock is going to be huge in the next 5 to 10 years. I'm not looking for any overnight growth. I'm not looking for any overnight 1,000% gainer. I'm thinking about the long term. When you own a lot of these EV companies, you have to think about the long term. That's what a lot of these EV plays are all long-term investments. Think about where these companies could be over the next 5 to 10 years. So my overall price target for NIO stock is still $100. I do think NIO stock is going to hit $100 by the end of the year. As NIO gets closer and closer to profitability, as it continues to sell more cars, as Chinese car sales are going up, and that market is projected to grow so much in the next couple of years as well, as it continues to show, the statistics show that NIO stock is due for an increase. Yes, NIO did get a stock downgrade from, I believe it was $50, $60 all the way down to $38, which was a pretty big, decent downgrade. But for me, I've always remained super bullish on NIO. I think NIO is going to do amazing things. I think it's a great EV company. I think it's an EV company that really knows what they're doing. You know, they have factories up. You know, they're selling cars. They're trying to come out with new vehicles. You know, they're trying to perfect the self-autonomous driving technology. They're trying to roll out a whole new business aside of that, which is the robo-taxi delivery service. Like, NIO is such a vision type company, and the company is super innovative, which does give it a competitive advantage over its other EV competitors. This is why I do think that NIO stock is just an absolute must buy at $41.87. I think the company is going to be growing for a very long time. I do think the company is going to hit $100 as far as its stock goes by the end of the year. And I do think that NIO stock does have the potential to hit $300 in the next couple of years. I mean, the way that it's already projected to grow, how much projected growth is there for not just the EV market itself, but the overall EV market in China, goes to show that, you know, and the fact that NIO is one of the top Chinese EV competitors, it goes to show that NIO stock is still going to be growing for a very long time. And I understand that people, yes, they bought it at $50, $60. If you're truly bullish on the company, it should not matter what price you bought it at. You know, even if you bought it at $50, $60, like, if you truly are bullish on the company and you know that it's going to go up in the long term, now is a perfect time to start picking up stocks like NIO. You never know where the stock is going to be headed in next month, next year, next couple of years. And like I said, it's a long-term play. So if you don't have the patience, you should not be investing in NIO stock. It's not one of those stocks that has like a quick flip overnight kind of movement. These stocks are ones that actually just slowly, gradually start to increase over time. And I want people to know that if you're truly bullish on NIO, you truly believe in the company, and you have the bullish sentiment behind it, it does not matter where the stock is trading on the intraday, because you should have a longer term vision of where the company could be in the next 5 to 10 years. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comments section below, guys, what you think of NIO stock. Do you guys think NIO stock is worth a buy, $41.79? If you guys own NIO stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.